Hey everyone, welcome back to the 12 Days of Video Games. This is Colin from Colin Pizza, and today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man. Now, which Spider-Man game do you ask? Well, the only one I've really ever played that is actually, a Spider-Man game, Spider-Man Friend or Foe for the Nintendo Wii. No, no. No, we're not talking about that. No. We're talking about Spider-Man for the PS4. Spider-Man for the PS4 is probably my favorite game on the PS4 that I've played. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I'm a really big Spider-Man fan. He is my favorite superhero. Like his movies, I love basically all of his movies. Even the bad ones. Even the bad ones I like because I don't think they're that bad. I think they're pretty enjoyable to watch because I'm just a big Spider-Man fan. Maybe it's just bias. I don't know. I just like Spider-Man a lot. And because I like Spider-Man, I like to play Spider-Man games. However, I haven't experienced that many Spider-Man games in my time. The only ones that come to mind that I've ever played are Spider-Man Friend or Foe, and there's probably some more. I feel like I've played. Oh yeah, there's some of the DS ones I played: Web of Shadows, Edge of Time, Shattered Dimensions. Yeah, not the best. When I was a kid, I liked them. But they're not really Spider-Man-esque games. Like they're not games you think of when you think of Spider-Man. When people think of Spider-Man, they think of Spider-Man 2. The video game based off the movie, and everyone loved it. I never really played it. I have it. I've tried playing it. I think because I've played Spider-Man PS4 beforehand, I am kind of like I have a PS2. I don't think I can go back to it because just to play it the first time, I don't think I could ever do that. That's why when Spider-Man PS4 came out, my goodness gracious, whoa! This game I played for hours upon hours upon hours for weeks. For weeks. I would go to midnight playing this game, just swinging around, exploring New York City, taking pictures, finding backpacks, just beating up random thugs for crime. The game is a masterpiece. I don't think there's anything bad about the game at all. I can't think of any negative thought how when I played this game. So in Spider-Man PS4, it's basically an open world game, open New York game where you play as Peter Parker or Spider-Man, swinging around New York City, fighting crime, and as the story progresses, as the story progresses, you find out some certain villains are doing some nefarious schemes. You get to meet some new villains, and the fights get harder and harder. Like the common thugs become more common and become a little bit tougher, and you have to strategize on how you fight. And some things, like just shooting them, punching them, shooting webs at them, starts to get you have to strategize more. So you have to be more sneaky, more stealthy. That's the word stealth. And just overall, this game, just the gameplay, the story, everything, the visuals, everything about it is just gorgeous and brilliant and fascinating. Actually, after thinking about it, there's one thing I didn't like about it, which is, a stealth part of the game where you play as a certain character. I don't want to get specifics. You play as this character, and you have to be stealth and, hide behind certain objects, and I thought, okay, this is a fine time once, but they bring it back multiple times throughout the game. I'm like, and they were my least favorite sections. But then I just knowing that as soon as I got through it, I could play as Spider-Man again, and I'm like, yes, I can do that again, and it is fantastic. Like this game, if you ever want to play a Spider-Man game, this is the game you want to play. I know a lot of people say Spider-Man PS2 is the best one. Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 is the best one. I can't say if it is or isn't. I don't think I've never really played it. I've played in it for like a minute or two. I think. I honestly don't think I have. I don't know. I can't even remember because my mind is just so blocked out to it. And there's other Spider-Man games out there that you could play, like Edge of Time, Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows. There's all those games. But there's Spider-Man PS4, and now there's Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5 and PS4. I have not played it because I want to get it on PS5 because that's my reason for wanting to get a PS5. If I got on PS4, why would I ever get a PS5? No, that's my reason to get a PS5. And I've stayed away from everything. I know nothing about this Miles Morales game. I do know that it's not like a full-fledged game like the first Spider-Man game on PS4. It's not as a full-fledged. It's not even a sequel. It's more of the way I see it, from what I've heard, it's more like a spin-off game. But it's its own game. It's not like a DLC sort of thing. It's its own little mini sort of game. It's a game, but not full-fledged. It's like a spin-off. It's hard to explain. I understand it in my own mind, but I can't explain my mind. But what I do know is the ending of the first game made me really want to keep playing and mix with the second game. One thing, though, I guess another negative thing, sadly, is once you explore everything, it kind of gets a little boring exploring it more because there's nothing to explore. I guess that's the thing about you're finishing a game. What are you going to do? You finish it. So then what do you do? Yes, you just keep swinging around fighting crime. But after a while, it does get kind of old. I think my favorite part of the game is collecting stuff. Just swinging around and collecting and finding stuff in weird places because you're Spider-Man. You can swing and go weird places. And another one of my favorite things is web swinging around the city. Like I don't know how they did it, but they made it so beautiful and so majestic. Just swinging around, and it feels so good. It feels so natural, and I just love it. Like when I played it the first day I ever played it, I didn't want to stop swinging. I just loved it. Like you could walk around it, you could walk on your feet, or you could swing around, do all these cool tricks and stuff. It's a blast playing. Like you don't get bored swinging around. When you get bored is when you've done everything in the game and you don't know what else to do. So I don't want to talk about specifics of this game in case people haven't played it. I know they just remastered it for not remaster, but they put it on PS5 and they changed some things about it, which we can talk about. Which is for one thing, Peter Parker's face. I was really used to how the PS4 one looked, and I think they also changed it how it looks on PS4. But I was so used to how it looked, I just felt like it fit his character. Like it felt like that face was the Peter Parker for this in-game universe, and they changed it to look more like Tom Holland. But I feel like it doesn't fit the voice. It doesn't fit with my mind. I guess once I play with it, once I play that character, I guess I'll get more used to it. But I was just so used to the original one for PS4. Like that face fit, That's how I saw it. That's how I still think of it. But then they changed the whole face, which is like I never really think anyone's ever done anything like this. Well, they changed the main character's face in a video game. They probably have done it in some other video game franchise. I can't recall, but if you guys can think of one, comment down below. Yeah, it's just weird, the face is just different. It's weird. I'm not complaining. I think it's whatever. I think the reasons because they just wanted to make it more fitting for the voice. Good for them. It's just weird to me. Spider-Man PS4. If you want a very, very, very good Spider-Man game, I highly recommend this game. Just the web swinging, the activities you can do, the collecting you can do, and the overall story. I don't want to say anything about the story because it is just so good. It is basically like a movie, a prolonged epic movie fit into this video game. I know I said that about Uncharted, and I'm saying the same thing about Spider-Man for PS4. It is a movie that you get to play and experience, and if they put this video game as a movie, it would be a really good movie. And it'd be awesome if they did. All I can say is, I'm really excited to play Miles Morales, and I'm really excited to play the sequel whenever that happens. I'm just sitting there taking their time, working as hard as they can to make it the best they can. I don't know if they'll make New York bigger or not. If they do, wow, that's awesome. If they don't, okay, that's fine. It was really big to begin with, and I don't care if they don't change New York that much. I don't care if they make it worse. Actually, I do care if they make it worse. Please don't make it worse. I don't know how they could do that, but anything's possible. So if you have a PS4, I highly recommend Spider-Man PS4, free to play. It might take a while to beat, but it's a really fun adventure for anyone. Even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, if you like a good story, if you like good gameplay, very unique gameplay, I recommend it. And if you also, people like those Arkham games for Batman, try this out. It's very similar in combat aspects, plus web swinging. So, best of both worlds. You get Batman Arkham style gameplay plus Spider-Man. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the 12 Days of Video Games. Comment down below what your favorite Spider-Man video game is. If it's not PS4 Spider-Man, that's okay. Just comment down below, and I would like to hear what you have to say. Which one's your favorite? Maybe it is friend or foe for the Nintendo Wii or any other console. Maybe the DS. I also played that one too. Thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Bye.